day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
Bold claim. Evil is resilient.
Time.
In the end, it was a mortal heart that saved two worlds from ruin and cast down the prime evil forever. A new day breaks for both angels and men. For mankind's greatest champion, the Nephilim, rose to confront the darkness that we, in our pride, would not face. My brethren, I will take my place among you once again, but this time as a mortal. Since justice has been met this day, I will now stand as wisdom. On behalf of those who risked all to save us. Forevermore, we shall stand together, angels and men, in the light of this glorious new dawn.
But if it was going to end that way, there wouldn't be a fifth album.
Screams draw me to the city of Westmarch, where angels slaughter helpless people in the streets. Who sent these reapers? And why? I will learn the answers. But first, I will end this massacre and teach them to fear the Crusade.
The Nephilim! Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
People are dying in that city, lad. I won't abandon them.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tell Tyrael I will meet him in Westmarch. Go!
It will be done. I swear it.
Do that again! die! She's coming to kill us all!
I watched in horror as the guard was struck by the maiden's magic. I heard the sound of his scream.
Damn it, the gates!
Though this Reaper wields a dangerous sword, its shield, with its rows of razor-sharp spikes
I must get inside this city and stop the killing.
Malthael's fallen angels have brought death to Westmarch, raising an army of Reapers from the city's slain defenders. Once, these men and women were our protectors. Now, they are our executioners, scouring the city for every living soul and putting them to the sword.
Haven't dulled your appetite for battle.
I was a soldier in Westmarch before the Order took me. Fighting is in my blood.
Stop! Don't go out into the streets!
But it's fun.
Get it before it's gone.
There's nothing here to buy. Wow. Okay, let's repair. Continue on.
It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Is anyone alive in there?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoon Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
Wait, you're the Crusader who saved Bastion's Keep. You'll save us too, won't you?
Maybe.
I will. I swear it.
Don't be making promises. Nothing here to read. Nothing else that breaks. Maybe part of the problem with your town is that your lights are
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No! No!
With demon blood must die.
Demon blood? Those were innocent people.
Now, don't go jumping to conclusions. We don't know what it is.
darkness spread across my vision, until all I could see was blackness. It gave way to a pale light that sapped my strength. It seemed so easy. But instead, I drew upon the last of my will and fought back. Color flooded back into my sight. The shadow was right before me, and I drove my spear through it. As Malthael has imbued them with the ability to sense the living, Revenant archers do not rely on their vision to find their targets. There is no place safe from their sightless gaze. They will find you through stone, wood, and even the ground itself. And once they have their quarry, they do not return. The Revenant Shield Guards were once the personal guard of King Justinian IV. Appointed to the position for bravery and skill at arms, they accompanied the king at all times, resplendent in their ornate armor, wrought by the finest craftsmen in Westmarch. But most spectacular were their shields, which they unerringly employed in the protection of their king.
Defend the church! Repel me, vile reaper!
They found you.
Oh, that's true. Maybe I shouldn't try hurling things at him. Just gonna see if I can move anywhere else here.
Tyrael, why are Malthael's armies attacking Westmarch?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
But we are descended from demons and angels. When Malthael looks at us, he sees demons.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me! Akarat's Bane! This is worse than I feared!
What is that?
A death maiden! Stop her!
Your soul will be mine.
Any other archer would have fled as I charged, but this one stood its ground, staring.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
That's a big book.
Let's end this madness. Where is Malthael?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
But why does he want the stone? Is there any way to find out?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
Then you study the sliver, while I save this city from the Reapers.
Yeah. That might be very good for him.
Good choice.
Always good to have Hey, when did this become a town?
I've heard of the Haradrim, but I thought they were long gone.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
Malthael, my brother. He was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How did it happen?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
Well, however he came to his madness, he's got to be put down. Death is meant to free our souls, not devour them. This sliver of the Black Soul Stone will reveal Malthael's plan to you?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I?
Why would the angels do this to us?
What are you saying? This is obviously a demon's work.
What's that noise?
Really? You had me asking what's that noise?
Is there anything on your mind, Hadrig?
Do you think Caldeum is under attack as well?
Yes.
At least they have the Iron Wolves. The Lord of Lies could not break them. The Angel of Death will not either.
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
A Republican, I see. Let's go back up to the library and check if she probably has something else to say.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakus was a clever man, after all.
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakis to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakarum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized tribes he found there. Ultimately, he became king of them all.
I can't believe we're still alive, and it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
He saved my brother at Bastion's Keep.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
Here, here.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right?
It is good to see you again. Though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met.
You ask, who's to blame for this doom? All of Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping...
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Dirgist.
You mean you are ready to tell your version of the truth?
Dirgist's jewel has appeared again, and the time for secrets is over.
Then you're finally ready to tell me if you were a god?
No, he's gonna be secretive to the end.
Have you been eating enough? I've noticed this about you. When things get difficult, you get very focused. Maybe I'll cook for you. Though, if it's all the same, we'd probably both be happier if I didn't.
Okay. Oh, someone else. Again, please.
For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
Each day, I feel the weight of every Crusader who has borne my name. So I think I understand your burden.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
You do not know why your sisters died. It's why they stay with you.
Anyone's curious as to why I'm all of a sudden paying attention to everything that's being said by these characters again. This is my first time through Act 5. I haven't seen any of this content. And while I had recommitted Game 1 before and spoken to everybody in order to get the achievements, this is the first time through here, so I'm doing that again and paying attention. Apologies to anyone who thinks this is taking too long. Feel free to skip forward. I'm probably meeting something up in
I found him in the streets. He seemed in a daze, so I brought him here with me, but he's hardly said anything. He's nobility of some sort, but I don't recognize the seal on his ring.
The flames!
The flames? Well, he was covered in soot. Perhaps he escaped from a fire. He never says more than a word or 2 at a time.
Of course, anybody who's streaming this live is kind of at a level of skipping forward.
Duncraig is just death in horror.
So I apologize for that.
What the hell is going on out there?
You have a messy house.
Someone came for me. After all this time.
A cranky blacksmith named Hadrig was complaining about the noise.
Bloody miracle! Sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
Come with me. It's safe, and we've still got a little food. General Torian, what was that Death Maiden doing in the cathedral?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Then I will destroy these crucibles and cut off Malthael's supply of troops. The soul crucibles turn the dead into reapers?
Sadly, yes.
The Death Maidens look like angels.
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
Huh. And now he won't go away.
You saved his life. You're stuck with him now.
He is. I'm going to repay Hatred by helping him with his work.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
Finest dyes in Westmarch, right here.
It's a step up across the board, except for the actual armor class. Not sure what to do with that. But it doesn't increase my blessed shield damage, so I think for that reason specifically. Right, into town we go.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
Malthael will pay for what he has done to my city. Unimaginable!
Save my friends.
This is all Justinian's fault. Some king he is.
All know the reputation of the exorcists of Westmarch. Those spiritual warriors specialized in removing demonic possession. By custom here...
King Justinian must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up.
This is the worst possible time to turn on each other.
But this is our chance to get out from under the king's yoke.
That's treason, citizen. You best watch yourself.
When I first beheld the corpse raiser, I thought myself capable of defeating him. Then he reached out his arm, and the ground in front of him was bathed in a spectral light. The bones of men and beasts rose from the earth and advanced on me.
Thanks for helping, but this isn't over. The king has failed us all. If you don't believe me, read this. His private journal. Where did you get this? Well, let's just say it's from someone who cares about us common folk.
I'm so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless.
The Angiris Council appointed his most loyal servant, Urzael, to find him and bring him back to the high heavens. Urzael, accompanied by the sect of maidens who were Malthael's closest followers, set out to find their absent master. They never returned.
The annual parade honoring Rakis used to come through here.
I think... Oh, get away!
Attacks are getting worse. They'll reach the survivors soon.
For days, these people can't last much longer.
There's a survivors' enclave near here. Get everyone over there.
Champion, a Reaper killed us all. I panicked and failed my men. Now they are soulless husks. Only Only my spirit was able to resist the call of Malthael. Please, put them to rest and end my shame. The Reaper that killed my men is outside, in the courtyard. Please, slay it, for all of us.
My wrath is low.
Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them. Do you know why this is happening? It's madness!
Get your men to the Survivors' Enclave in the courtyard of the Zakharum Cathedral. Go!
Leave now! Save yourself! I told you to leave! Those monsters have stripped my humanity from me!
The angels and their monsters are killing everyone. What will they do to me when they find out what I truly am? My mother and the demon attack she survived. It's all too horrible to contemplate.
What about you? What brought you to take on the responsibilities of the world?
Need you ask? I swore my life to the Crusade, and found a purpose deeper than words can express.
My personal guard is the best that money can buy. They will save us. I thank you for assisting my guards. You are a true hero. Now, let us depart before more monsters fall. Wait! What's this?
No one escapes the harvest of souls, you fool.
Sorry about that, folks.
Could we find more like that?
Like chaff before the wind.
I once thought nothing could defeat the army of Westmarch.
The Reapers did not do this. What happened here? More dead.
Death to the nobles!
What is this?
Revolution! It's time for our oppressors to fall. The king is in the city, but we have a trap waiting for him.
This city is under siege. Why would you attack your own king now?
What? You're not with us? Then die with our enemies!
We are thrilled that you have located a surviving regiment of soldiers. With this new force, we can turn the tide and save our city. Your disagreements with the crown are well known, but we are glad you can put them aside in this dangerous time. Long live Westmarch!
In Westmarch killed both humans and beasts alike. The panicked survivors then threw the corpses of both into the plague tunnels. Now the Reaper's presence has revived many of those interred there, with the bones of beasts rising again as skeletal claws, driven to kill the living. The phantasms are unlike any spirits I have seen on Sanctuary. They bear a resemblance to lesser demons, but the souls of demons are always reborn in the hells. I suspect the phantasms may be the remnants of some early Nephilim, those born more demon than angel.
Will die, just as Diablo did. We fight for all that is good. We cannot lose.
The righteous die just as easily as the evil, Cormac. Fight every battle as if it will be your end.
marches on.
I'm just gonna keep getting hit by every single one of those furnaces, aren't I? Every time I get
What riches!
The repository of bones, commonly called the Plague Tunnels, were originally used to bury Westmarch's indigent. However, when the Great Pestilence struck, the city decided the tunnels would serve just as well for plague victims, lest Westmarch become overwhelmed by the ever-increasing piles of the dead.
aha, you missed me.
Make your peace quickly.
Check the map here. Jesus, area is big. Okay, let's see if this area launches into either of these two. So I'm gonna try and get this map completed.
expected more.
And a cursed chest.
This cannot be opened yet.
Yes, we're correct.
Out of room.
Aha. Is there any garbage I've picked up? Yes. And the garbage is... Okay. Not going back quite yet. So, not quite yet. That again is for an achievement. I'm not doing it because of the game, obviously.
I need to go back.
So, what do you need?
How can I say no to that? I don't have anything better than that.
Good day.
Sell that. The stash I saw you.
Interesting smell.
Had enough. Zakarum.
Incredible feat! Look of that.
That is too funny.
Aelia birthed these golems from the blood marsh. Their bodies were formed from the water and earth of the marsh itself, while the venom of the marsh creatures gave them life. Their very skin seems to burst with the poison of this land.
Wasn't the blood marsh in the second that was an event.
Before Zakarum.
Evil has been rebuked. Just seeing these things walking the streets of Westmarch fills me with rage.
I understand. Keep your head clear.
I will.
That was really all I had to do.
I did not find Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil, and they overwhelmingly choose evil.
That Death Maiden controls the Soul Crucible.
There is no place for her in our world, so let us help her leave it.
I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
How could you know that?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchen people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. Malthael, he's watching you.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was not surprised to learn that he felt the same way. We will cleanse creation of the scourge that is humankind, and when we are finished, the tragic mistake of Anarius will be gone.
You should get to the Survivors' Enclave. It's not safe out here.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes if I am ever to sleep again.
Was on me before I knew. The mass of its bloated flesh soundless as it floated above the ground. When I finally noticed it, I could not move. It was as though I was trapped in a waking nightmare. I looked down and saw tendrils of energy wrapped around my feet and realized it was not fear that held me, but the Seraph's magic.
I see you have much guilt over Leah's fate.
What do you know about Leah?
I see the past as well as the future. You must not let it consume you. You shouldn't be so dour. You have much to be joyful about.
This is not a moment to make light.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you will understand.
Do your visions show you an end to this slaughter?
Of course it will end, and you will live a long and happy life.
Why don't I believe you?
Because I was not being entirely truthful. That you are so jealous that you'll never believe you can be happy or content. It's wonderful to finally meet, though you are skinnier than my visions led me to expect. You've just got to take care of yourself. It's always about saving the world first, isn't it?
And that is just as it should be, madam.
Not even a sweat.
Awful things are happening out in the city. I have faith that you will save us. But Victor has his doubts. I think he's jealous.
Oh, what nonsense are you spouting, woman? Of course I think he'll save us. And I've just the things he'll need to do the job.
You there, pauper. This diamond ring in exchange for safe passage out of the city?
But Harold, that's my wedding ring.
It's all we have left. Of course, if somebody had thought to grab her jewelry box.
The safest place you can be is right here. If you'll excuse me, I've Reapers to fight.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
It kept you safe.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
Who knows? You must carry on for them, as I do for Leah, Cain, and so many others.
I cannot simply feel sorry for myself. I must discover the truth.
There's no easy way to say this, but I have to leave, and I won't be returning.
Oh, right. Because a mob of angry women is coming for you.
I'm serious. My brother's imprisoned in Kingsport with no way to defend himself, and I must free him.
If Westmarch is overrun, you'll die on the way to Kingsport. That won't help your brother.
All right. I'll stay for as long as I can, but only because I know how much you need me.
Only through submitting to Malthael will we survive his wrath, relinquish the wealth you all clung to, and ensure your salvation.
This is a scam! He's just taking your money!
Quiet, heretic. You'll damn us all.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? Oh, she was so beautiful that Durgus was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgus' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
If you let jealousy control you, it will take everything you have.
Yes, that was Durgus. Desire was his very nature.
My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. Now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
You'll find no glory here, adventurer. Corpses can't sing your praises.
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
I did what was necessary.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
That does not concern me. The prime evil is gone, and that's what matters.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
Ah, you felt a call to do something else.
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Kane. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them?
Any luck with that sliver?
No, but it is our only hope of learning Malthael's plans. To defeat him, we must know where he is and what he is trying to do. The answer must be here. We just have to find it. Too many innocents have already died.
Good job of it, holding off the Reapers this long.
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us.
And their sacrifice won't be in vain, friend.
You stopped their assault for now. Perhaps there is hope.
Did you send for reinforcements? Surely you have garrisons in outlying towns.
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
I hadn't heard. This is much larger than I knew.